Hi everyone and welcome to today's Thank Card. It's Friday. Today we'll be making a Christmas card and we'll be breaking out some new stamp sets that's in the Holiday Catalogue. We've got the Peaceful Pines, the Jingle All the Way, which I actually didn't end up using, so apologies, and the Coordinating die for the Peaceful Pines, and some stitched circles dies, and some gold foil, vellum, the stylish stripes embossing folder, white cardstock as the base, and the new designer series paper from the Holiday Mini Catalogue as well, with lots and lots of golden trees. Oh, it's beautiful. Which I ended up not using the trees, but you'll see how this card came all together using the simple, elegant colours of black, gold, and vellum, and white. So starting with a white cardstock base, I've cut a strip of the designer series paper off about 2-inch wide, and will adhere that down with my nail and place that on the left hand side. So just nailing this down, then making sure that the actual trees are the right side up. I've done it before where I thought I put everything together well, and then I noticed that the gold trees were upside down. So I won't be doing that again. I learnt my lesson. And just some white cardstock. Just going to put that through the embossing folder, the stylish stripes, and running that through the big shot. I love the textured feel that dry embossing does, and the extra layer and texture that it gives and dimension to a card. So the hardest part in the decision was which side should I use. So adhering that down with dimensionals and just centering that in the card, on the card. Now that designer series paper I forgot to mention is the Winter Wonderland specialty designer series paper. You got 12 sheets. You can see the gold foil. You can see me. Now this circle stitch, as Simon says, stamp, stitch, die, and what I've done is I've actually cut a larger, I think it must have been the second largest circle, and I'm going to place that in the center to the left, so off centering it. Now going the third smallest circle die, cutting it in vellum. Now I didn't want to adhere that down just yet, so first I'm going to stamp a Christmas tree and die cut it out with a coordinating die, and the color I'm going to use is Versafine Onyx black ink. The reason why I chose this is because there's actual script and font in the Christmas tree, and I really wanted that fine detail and crisp image that this ink offers. So that's why I use this ink. Now once I stamped it, I did set it aside to let it dry. I like to give it a good couple of minutes for it to set in the cardstock, especially if you're using Stampin' Up Whisper White. I find it really needed that extra bit of time to seep into the cardstock. So I set that aside just for a little bit. It just, you can see me trying to bend it, and I realized, nope, I'm going to put that aside. So I gave it a couple of minutes, came back, die cut it, and look how perfect that is. It's just beautiful. Now, using the same Christmas tree die, I cut it out with the black glitter cardstock, and I off-centered them onto each other, the Christmas trees. So what I do is, because with vellum you see the adhesive, I use the adhesive on the tree first, and then behind that I put some dimensionals. So that way you can't see the vellum and you're still adhering it down on the gold circle stitch die cut out. I've also got some, it's like a gold foil thread and I just bundled it up, stuck it. So it was all coming out on either side. There was no strategic way to put it. I just bundled it up and just placed it on there. So you can see that I've placed some dimensionals behind here. And for the ones that were really out of control, yeah, I probably gave it a little trim. That one there was just really out of control. And there was no biggie. Like, it was just, it didn't have to be perfect in my eyes. Now, to stick on the glitter cardstock and to add dimension again, I used dimensionals and I found, glue dot, sorry, because I found the glue dot added that extra adhesive that I required on glitter or any glitter cardstock. I find the glue dot is quite a good sticky glue to use, an adhesive for that. So just placing it on the corners where I know I really, really want it to adhere down on, and just slightly off centering that. Not, again, I wasn't too overly particular on where I was going to place it, just as long as it was off centered. Okay, so I felt like even though there was kind of like a sentiment on top, you know, on the Christmas tree, I really wanted to add that little tiny bit of touch of embellishment. So I got the actual present and the coordinating die, because there's one for it too, so I thought that was fabulous, back with the Onyx black ink, the Versafine ink. I just thought it's a little cute detail just to add. Nothing big, nothing overpowering, but I thought the black looked quite strong. And I thought just this present to add a little bit of a, you know, another black element to the card. So I've just stuck it down with dimensional. I've also cut out the present die again in gold and off-centering that. So it kind of continues the theme. And I'm just going to place that on the bottom right corner using glue dots on the gold die cutout. And then placing it on the bottom corner. I just felt like it just needed that extra bit, and to continue that black and that white and the gold theme. Now onto the inside of the card. I felt it was too white, too plain, so again another strip of that gold designer series paper, very fine, but just enough detail to add to the inside of the card. So just a strip, adding some snail to that. You don't have to go overboard on the inside, but I like to add that little bit of detail. Not all the time, but I felt like it needed it. So just snipping the excess designer series paper away with my paper snips. And using the sentiment from the same stamp set, again with my Versafine. It was my ink of choice, if you couldn't tell, for this card. Especially fine detail. I just can't go past it with fine detail. Screen, like any printing or intricate stamp sets. Got the present stamp set back in and just placed it in the bottom right corner again. So there you go. Something simple, love it. It's quite elegant. I feel like it's got an elegant feel because of the gold and the black and the white and, you know, of it all. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's Card It's Friday. See you later.